system, I'm going to go over the way I think about hitting your guard passes off of your takedowns. I think they should almost be one technique going together, because once you hit the ground and the guy is able to establish his ties or his grips, it gets very difficult to do anything. But when I have him off balance with the takedown, he's thinking about the fall, unless he just gave the takedown up and he's defending automatically. If he's trying to defend the takedown, his hands are tied up, he's thinking about how he's going to land, and that's the time you're already starting to progress forward into your pass. So the first one we're going to do 5. The first one we're going to do is our uchimata to our pull-up knee slice pass, okay? So I'm not going to go into like super in-depth on each technique. I want you to get the idea of chaining your takedown to your pass. So it's one technique, okay? So here I'm going to go kin-kin uchimata. So I'm going to pull, I'm going to step out, hop, hop, hop. He hits the ground, boom, pull and pass. Show you from 4 different directions here. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is I'm going to run the pipe off of any single leg or high crotch where you turn it back and run the pipe. Once we run the pipe, the first option, we're going to stay up, and I really want to make sure that when we hit the ground, my upper body goes down when I'm running the pipe. But as soon as he hits the ground, I need to have a good posture. I don't want to be bent over. He'll raise his legs and get me onto my hands, okay? So I'll go real slow. Here, any single leg to run the pipe. So I'm going to hit a high crotch, boom, run the pipe, boom, and right away, I'm going to kick this leg and push his leg over, and pass. So the second option, maybe I went to the ground with him or I fell on top of him. We're going to hit over under pass, okay? So again, any single leg to run the pipe. Here, I want to get my weight on him, on my toes. I'm going to walk to the direction of the up knee, and then I'll step and pass. So the next one's going to be a high crotch, or just a double. A high crotch where we switch to a double. Doesn't matter. When we hit, I've got to have my angles. This isn't a blast double where I land in his guard. I'm going to be slightly to the side. I'm going to hit my bear hug pass on his thighs, continue around to the side. Hopefully we didn't go too far out of frame on that. So the next one is an arm drag. When his knee hits the floor, we're going to reach through and lace his ankle, okay? This one, you've got to have some timing on, but I do hit this one quite a bit. So I'm going to drag, and when I drag, his back knee is going to hit the floor as I come for this leg. That knee hits the floor. I'm right away reaching here as he tries to turn to guard. And now I've laced his leg. I'll drive and lift and pass. We'll go pretty slow on these. And notice I'm walking back into his hips so that I turn his knees away from us and we get him flat to the floor. If I keep lifting and turning, he's going to keep turning on his side, which is going to give him space. So as soon as I clear his legs, I'm going to drive back into his hips to stop any space here. So there's some ideas behind passing. Like I said, you're chaining your moves together. Your takedown to your pass is one move. And I think that's how jiu-jitsu should be thought of and taught. It's the same as soon as I pass the guard, I give you a demonstration of this. Head that way for me. As soon as I pass, I'm right away going to go for my arm bar. Even if it's a cheap arm bar, I'm right away trying to hit something so he has to react, okay? Same thing with, say he takes my back. My defense right into my offense. So as like a white and blue belt, that's a little bit harder to get because you only know like set techniques and you haven't had the time to put things together yet. But I think that's the direction you need to head with your jiu-jitsu. Your takedowns to your passes to your subs, or your leg lock sub to your pass. They all go together. You think about jiu-jitsu as a whole, it's one technique instead of segmenting things in takedown, passing, position, submission. If everything's flowing together, it makes it very hard for this guy to know what's going on, and he's constantly defending. Anything he does is getting turned into your own offense, okay? So I think that's how I do my jiu-jitsu. I hit most of my passes off of my takedown. And then the same idea goes for sweeps if you pull. The second you pull guard, you need to be trying to hit, you need to sweep or submit. You don't just sit. Boom, you're trying to dummy sweep. You're trying to hit an omoplata. Then you're coming up. If you get your sweep, you're right away working your pass.